Welcome to the online video teaching from Sri Shankaracharya Vidyalaya. Social Science, this is our subject and it is from class 8. Now, hope this video will definitely find you in best of your health. This is the chapter 4, Agriculture, that we will be going through this discussion all over the video. This is the chapter 1 first page, that is by going in detail after this about agriculture. See, whenever we talk about agriculture, we see the lands with the greeneries, and you can see the long fields, big fields with the growing of crops, various crops that is grown in the agricultural farms and agricultural fields. For them, the farmers do a lot of hard work and labor work to grow up what we eat, and we are surviving. All human population is surviving based on this agricultural products, and surplus is always sold as trade and commerce. So what is agriculture? If we say the science and the art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock, known as agriculture, or it is also called as farming. Agriculture is an economic activity, and transformation from plant to finished products involves three types of activities mainly, that is primary activity, secondary activity, and tertiary activity. So let us see a picture. It's given a beautiful picture. Types of activities: economic activity, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary. How can the industrial activities can be classified? There are various different types of industry. We classify industry into various categories, that is primary, secondary, and tertiary. So if we discuss about the primary one, and if we discuss about the secondary and tertiary, we will find that the base company, that is the industry, extract raw materials directly from the earth or sea or from natural resources. They involve the industrial purposes, or the base, that is the primary one. And secondaries are always dependent on the primary for their raw materials. This industry process and manufacture the products from the raw materials. These raw materials from where they get? From the primary industries. And service, that is this industries provide a service all along. It can be communication, it can be transport, it can be about manufacturing the product, it is about the going to the market communication, it may be storing of the in the godowns, granaries, it may be regarding the other professions also. If you talk about the teachers, if you talk about the doctors, if you are talking about lawyers, if you are talking even about the maid servant, they are also giving the service. Okay, and service, instead they are taking the money. If you talk about the salesman in the shops, they are all giving the service. They are not producing anything, but they are giving the service. Instead they are getting the money or earning the economy. So let us study in details what is primary sector. Those sectors, activities which are undertaken by directly using natural resources are included in primary sector, for example, mining, forestry, fishing, poultry, etc. Tertiary sector, these are the activities that help in the development of primary and secondary sectors. Let us see in details. So, an activity which is related directly to the extraction and production of natural resources is called primary activity, that is agriculture, fishing and gathering or hunting and so on. So let us see about the secondary ones. We'll be finding the secondary activities as this activity is not directly related to the extraction or production of the natural resources, instead concerned with the processing of these resources. So examples are manufacturing of steel, baking of the bread, and weaving of cloth. These are all manufacturing. That is, we are dependent on the raw materials for the primary sectors. So primary sectors are directly supplying the raw materials to the manufacturing industries or the industrial units, and they are the secondary activities we are having. Next is the tertiary ones. tertiary activities, we will be finding this activities concerned with those activities which provide the support to the primary and secondary ones. Just now I said and discussed about it, about the transport, then trade, then banking, communication, insurance, advertising. That is, whenever a person is or organization is giving some service and instead they are taking the economy, it is called and falls under the tertiary activity. Now if we say about other than that transport and communication, and if we think about the teachers, they are giving the, just now they are giving the lectures and instead they are running the economy over there. If you go to a doctor, he will be prescribing a prescription and diagnosis, about the diagnosis of your disease. Instead, he is not giving the medicine, he is just prescribing the medicine, he is giving consulting over it. So in this case also it is giving the service. If you talk about the lawyers, this is also the same process of giving the service. And if you talk about the tourism, there is no production, but it is only the great tertiary activities. Now agriculture. If you say agriculture in broader sense, agriculture is a primary activity. It includes the crops and fruits. It includes the vegetables, flowers, and rearing of the livestock also. In world, 50% of the persons are dependent on the agricultural activities. See, people grow the crops and farmings also too, and the excess of the surplus, they are being sold in the market. So they are becoming that economically high, or they are earning the whole of the agricultural department, that is agricultural farmers, they are directly involved with these activities, that is farming, and they are after consuming their surplus they are supplying to the market. Instead they are gaining the money and economy. And with the development of agricultural activities, our whole of the economy of the country, it's going high. 2/3 of the India's population depends on agriculture. The land on which the crops is grown are the arable land. So what kind of land we are growing the crops? It is called as arable land. The agriculture practice required favorable conditions like suitable topography of the soil and climatic condition. Now if we say about the desert areas, if you compare, it is the topography of the soil. In the soil chapter you have read which are the conditions that are required very much for the favorable for the growth of the crops and agriculture. So if you go for the desert, is it a favorable place for growing of high quality of agricultural products? No. If we move to the mountainous regions, or if you move to the saline areas, it is not a favorable condition for the growth of plants and agricultural products. So the soil should be very favorable, it should be very fertile, it should have a lot of humus, and it should fertility over it, and it should be soil content should be very high. So this is one picture that you get the arable land all over the world. That is from a picture from your book. It is given. So it's a very nice picture. It's a very clear which of the areas are very much favorable for growing up the agricultural crops. So this is all about the introductory lectures today. In the next video we will be coming up with the type of farming, that is the subsistence farming, what is primitive farming, and the divisions about it, and what are the conditions, what are the tools, what is the procedures we are using regarding this process of farming. That will be discussed in the next video. Thank you for today.